Welcome to Society, the first French podcast dedicated to professional hair and makeup artists. I'm Valentina, a bridal hair and makeup artist based in the French Alps, specializing in destination weddings across Europe and beyond. Every summer, as you drive to your weddings, I open this mic to accompany you on the road, keeping you inspired between two venues, two trials, two early mornings. I invite inspiring wedding professionals from around the world. We talk about their journey, their expertise, their mindset, and what it truly takes to build a meaningful business that empowers women and elevates our industry. Let's talk the real talk. Hello! Welcome!
Hello, Valentina.
Hi, Valentina. So
How are
glad to see you again.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do as if we didn't do just like 2 seconds earlier. Just like I'm so happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much for coming here. Usually you're the one hosting. Today I'm the one
Yes.
hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're honored to be here as guests.
Be
Yes.
honored. Yeah, so honored
Yeah.
to be here.
Welcome, Alina and Daria. So you guys are the WEDVIBES founder. So before we get started, I just wanted to make a special note because today episode is very special for me because you guys are two people that truly changed my career. So it was important for me to have you here today because working with WEDVIBES opened doors that or to a world I once believed that I was not able to go inside, you know. Like I always dreamed about working in luxury world, etc., etc. But I felt it was something like very, very, very big that it could take me decades to enter inside this world. And working with WEDVIBES make things very simple and make things very like fun to me. So I wanted to make a special thank you for this before we start the episode. And voila.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
didn't plan it, but yeah, we trained to send emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those who may not know who you are, could you please tell us who you are?
Yes, of course. We are the co-owners of WEDVIBES. WEDVIBES, how we usually call it, it's a platform that helps couples to connect with wedding vendors. And on the storefront, we post all kinds of wedding inspiration, and we try to do it like in a way of blending it, like the wedding with art and digital trends and inspirational trends, so that any couple can find some kind of, again, inspiration to express themselves during the wedding day. But to your point, at the back end of our project, of our business, we help wedding professionals to grow. And we do a lot of marketing exercises. Like we used to have a marketing school. Now we have a mastermind. We do the live sessions, but we empower wedding professionals with all kinds of PR and marketing tools and beyond, I guess. It's also confidence and understanding the personal voice and tone of voice, yeah, to convert their talent into success.
Oh, nice. And so just to make things clear, because before you, Daria, you was working alone in WEDVIBES before you met Alina, that right?
Yeah. So we started WEDVIBES 10 years ago. We're going to
Yeah.
celebrate our 11th year on September.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before it was like the small boutique European magazine, actually, not even like
Okay.
the blog. So we started with like printed magazine, then they transformed to digital one, then transform it to blog. And I moved to United States almost 7 years ago at this point. Oh my God, time flies.
Wow.
And I met Alina on my like third or fourth day at UCLA and university. And we decided to continue this journey together, and here we are.
WEDVIBES is much more than a platform because, as Alina said, you try to help vendors to improve their business, etc. Is I feel is much like a movement, like a community, and a voice to the global industry. So, what was the original vision behind, and how did the vision evolve from the beginning of WEDVIBES? Because you said it was before of a paper, then after blog. What was the initial vision?
The initial vision, because like I also come like from the community of wedding professionals, so this is my story story. I used to be the wedding planner, and I've been doing this for like 7 years before I started Wed Vibes. And yeah, as Alina mentioned, it's like on the front line, let's say on the front, in the surface. This is the media that helps couples to find the inspiration and education, like some information about their wedding preparation. But because I used to be literally like in your place or in place of every other wedding creative, I knew how important it is to actually promote your services because you work in sales basically every day. You
Yeah.
don't have the salary from month to month. Every day you have to find your next clients, and the world changes so fast. Before we didn't have Instagram. Right now we have Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, whatever you want to, right? Your
Yeah.
websites, your networking events. And as a planner, I used to like literally sell the services of my fellow professionals, like photographers, people who do makeup and hair, the floral
Yeah.
designers. I used to sell their services to couples trying to find the perfect match
Mm-hmm.
for the right vendor for the right couple. And this is how I started helping my friends with their social media, with their website, with portfolio curation. And this is how the idea of Wed Vibes was born. What if we will create a platform where we will help professionals with their marketing strategy. And with Alina's expertise in marketing, yeah, what she just came in and transformed the whole project with her knowledge because she can tell the story, but she has an extensive expertise in the marketing.
Yeah, because you're the creative one and Alina the business one.
Yeah, I mean, to make it
Exactly. This is how
simple,
we
I
do it.
think
Yeah.
that I don't want to, how to say, to sell Daria short. She's very business focused,
Yeah.
but maybe it was me who kind of opened the business vision in Daria because I have certain
Yeah.
expertise and experience in working in the huge companies and running their world-known brands. So, and building that strategy for the like brands like Nutella or Kinder or
Mm,
Nescafe, it of course makes me like to understand how to approach any other business,
yeah.
right? So when we started working with Daria, I was like explaining things how we should, let's say, set it up, and that is
Hmm.
how Daria, because she's very talented not only in creative part, like visual part, but also in the way how we can make things happen.
Yeah.
She kind of put her creativity and whatever the gut feeling on my spine or like the skeleton of the, let's say, business approach and strategy.
Okay.
So I guess that was our, yeah, that was how our journey started.
Okay, dokie. So, for basically in the Wed Vibe community, you often work with wedding planners, photographers, videographers. Also, there are like wedding content creators and makeup artists, as you say. At
Yes.
the beginning,
Hmm.
did you put all the wedding vendors, or there are some like specificities that came after, like makeup artists? Like because this is a podcast for makeup artists, so of course
Hmm.
the interview is going to be a bit focused on makeup artists,
Hmm.
but like it was very cool to be in a world where makeup artists were also as important as the wedding planners and photographers because often we are a little bit behind, you know. Was
Hmm.
it from the beginning, or is something that you see that the need came out during the time, or it was something that you started doing at the beginning of the Wed Vibes community, let's say that the
Yeah,
friend?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, literally from the beginning. So in the beginning, it was just basically my friends, everyone with
Okay.
whom I used to work as a
Yeah.
planner. And of course, it was everyone from the, I don't know, bartenders and
Yeah.
people who
Wow.
do firework, photographers, other planners, because like you build a community and you have like, so like the whole world of my friends, it consists of wedding professionals at this point because in the total, I've been in this industry for 17 years at this point. So of course, it's like
Wow.
it's my life. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, we actually started with Alina. Initially, we started a marketing agency. It wasn't so Wed Vibes was kind of we couldn't understand how to transform it because it was like I said, the small European, actually like
Yeah.
Russian project, and it was in Russian language. And
Yeah.
at the beginning, we didn't even know like what to do with this project. Can we actually transform it on international level? So our journey with Alina started from the marketing agency, and all my friends with whom I used to work and help them on Instagram, social media, they came along for like with all the questions, for consultations, for help with Instagram strategy, portfolio curation. Some of them, like we had some friends, like makeup and hair artists who opened their own beauty salons. They wanted to expand their market, and this that Alina hopped in, and we decided, okay, how can we help them? And with this marketing agency came the idea that actually the world works not the same but very similar for one country marketing to like the worldwide marketing strategy, because the strategies are similar for everyone and who works in this industry.
I think that's a very good point of yours. Like that's a good strand because, as I said, often like I feel makeup artists we are always aside. So it was very precious for me to be in a place where I counted as much as a photographer. So it's a very good point of yours, and I did several editorials last year with you, and they were so like gorgeous, and I can see the Russian vibe inside because Russian know luxury, you know, like you can see the different, like Russian know what luxury means, you know, you can see that European side inside all your editorials, etc. So like I don't even need to see a mood board to know it's going to be good, because I know it's going to be good. And also working with you guys is always fun, is always nice, and it's also very professional, very well organized. Sometimes there may be some things that happens that may not
Hmm.
happen the good way, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
you don't even see it. Like I remember there was an editorial where like the stationery was missing
Hmm.
at the shooting, but nobody said the difference. Like you guys made it happen, and nobody see the difference. Like how do you do that? How do you do that? Do you sleep?
I think
But
it's
I mean,
the thanks goes to our production team
yeah,
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's be fair that it's our
yeah,
production team that you in person met, Olga,
yeah,
Valerie,
yeah,
and
Hmm.
Yulia. She's a PR lead, but she also helps the girls on set because she lives in Paris
yeah.
and she travels to all our editorials. So our production team, they came from wedding planning.
Mm,
So they have the certain skill of figuring things out as we go. And as you know, every wedding, there is always a plan A,
yeah.
plan B, plan C, and something that
Plan
doesn't
Z.
actually speak to any plan. But you have to deliver, you have to create the experience. And I mean, let's be honest, it's not the rocket science, right? Nobody
Yeah,
gonna die.
yeah,
So that's probably the way of thinking and the way of finding the solutions. And plus, I guess that our team, they also have again, this vision and let's say visual skills
yeah.
that if nobody can come and do the flat lace,
Mm,
it will be done by our team.
yeah, true.
Right, and if like the stationery is missing, they will become food designers if needed.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's like a multi-skilled team that can cover each part, each component of the editorial. And if we want to go further, and I was there, and you have to carry some furniture sometimes because the rentals, they very, let's say, tight on their schedule. So, like, we have to do a lot of things. That's right. But it comes from the wedding planning, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of things because I don't really see it because when I'm on the editorial, I'm like, oh wow, everything's nice, nice, very nice. But at the back, I think you guys are really rushing, 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 and speeding everywhere. And I think this part is something that we don't really see a lot on your platform, but it's something that I feel important to know because like it's like a wedding, as you say, like there's plan A, B,
Hmm.
C, even Z, and that's a very like chef d'orchestre in French. You say chef d'orchestre is a chef d'orchestre. I don't know how you say in English.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we
like you
have the
said,
chef d'orchestre.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's very similar to the wedding process, and like whenever you work on a wedding, I'm sure that you
yeah,
also you have to like keep it together at
yeah,
whatever like goes out of line, like everyone, I don't know, maybe everything is late or there's rain outside, etc. You have to keep
Mm,
it together, and like you have to be the team worker, right? Like the
yeah,
team member basically. And as a makeup artist and hair artist, I'm sure you also like face some unprecedented
yeah,
things where you need to help with a dress, or you have to coordinate time with photographers, videographers, etc. Sometimes maybe even redo makeup, the whole thing. So
yeah,
it's all about, we all know and face those obstacles every
yeah,
day. It doesn't
yeah.
matter. Editorials and weddings are very similar this way.
Yeah, that's true. There's one advice that you gave me during a coaching call that I really used and really worked for my business is like contacting the wedding planners and offering something, offering my service.
Yep.
That was something I didn't used to do before and I didn't even think to do before. And I
Mhm.
applied that advice and it really worked because that brings me uh, multiple brides with the same wedding planner. Is there any other advice that you could give to a hair and makeup artist to improve our business? Like as you said before, on the wedding day, you help the bride put on a dress, etc. Like we're not there only for makeup, we're also there to be the emotional support for the wedding day. So if you
Mhm.
have any advice to give to a makeup artist, hair and makeup artist listening to us today, what would that advice be for?
So in a case, there like there could be so many advices, but in the case how to start, for example, working with planners,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. We call it give first approach. It's just once again coming from the planner's perspective. I just know how we choose, or like how did I choose everyone with whom I worked with. And you know, you have to remember that for the planner, the stakes are super high. Whenever you try and only you want to try someone's new, so it's a normality that all the wedding planners, they work with closed circles. They have maybe like two, three, or like up to five makeup artists with like in their circle, and that's it. And they most likely they don't need anyone else because they already know them. They will book them in advance. If they need someone additional for like mother or like the bridal party, they like those makeup artists in their team, they can cover it. So if you want to get on their radar and somehow start working with them, this give first approach usually helps that they can try you on something like maybe for themselves during some networking event or etc. Or like all the planners, they come to us and they say, oh, we don't have usually time to prepare during the wedding day, so we'll look like the total mess. But they also want to have beautiful pictures from the backstage, so you can offer your services for the wedding planning, right? During the day, like early in the morning, you can also help them prepare so they will look beautiful. And in this case, if they will see how you work, if they will like all of your products, if you will be on time, you will be like always like with a smile, etc., most likely they will recommend you because it's all human contact, right? It's all human connection. So this is like the number one approach how to start working with planners.
Yeah. And
How to
is
put
there any,
yourself on the radar. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry, I caught
I was nothing. Valentina, go
you.
ahead. No,
She just yeah, just agrees with
that would
me.
be an
Yeah.
amazing podcast if
Okay,
Parshas would
okay,
not
perfect.
answer. Mhm.
Yeah, no, that was a very good advice because like it seems very it's something I didn't even think about, but at the end when you told me it was like, well, that's really obvious at the end. So that's a very nice advice and thank you for that. So Web Vibes is not only a platform, it's not only a community for wedding providers, you're also a big heart because you organize the Vote for Girls Congress. How did that initiative came to your mind to organize that Congress last year? It was the first one last year, right?
That's
That's
right.
correct.
How did it
Yep.
come to your mind to organize it?
I think that we had some kind of ideas what we
Yeah.
can do and how we can connect, let's say, our power because we build the audience, right, in a good way, but also, of course, let's say that it can be contributive to our business, to what we do.
Mm,
So, and we've been thinking how we can do it in a smart way, and also if it's possible to do online, because most of the congress or conferences they are done in person, and but we have international audience, so we understand whatever
yeah.
we do in person, it will limit us. And when you speak about the charity and let's say like the huge initiative, if we will limit us, that means that we cannot, everybody who wants to be involved, they won't be able. And also, let's say if we do it in person, the Congress, and we will donate all the tickets to charity, so many people, they cannot afford to travel. I mean, that's kind of, yeah, limitation. So we were thinking and looking for the right partner. So Wow for Girls, it wasn't like, it didn't start with Wow for Girls. It started with the idea that we want to do some project that is connected to charity. And we started, let's say, unfolding this idea, looking for the right partners, because from a business perspective, when it comes to doing any project with charity and let's say charge people money for the tickets, it's always a lot about transparency. And if people can trust the whatever fund you're supporting, because there are so many stories that, and I working with business, I know, let's say, how Nestle approach it, because charity is always on the edge of really doing the good thing or doing something in the gray area. So, and as our brand was getting bigger, we knew that we would be very, let's say, strategic and selective in terms of who we can partner with, who deserve not our trust, not only our trust, but the audience trust. And we can make sure that whatever money we make, the effort we make will be delivered to the right, let's say, right people. Yeah. So there was some process, and initially we wanted, of course, it somehow to be connected with weddings. And honestly, I think that Daria will spill the, like one of the ideas, we wanted to create some fund to support creators, because we know that people come from different backgrounds. Some creators, they were blessed to have education, supportive families, and they had enough time to build themselves, right? But other creatives, they struggle and they have to do like any corporate job, whatever job, because they don't have just time, 5 years to build portfolio, travel, attend all master classes, and then make money. We know that, right? So we were thinking, okay, if we can create some funds to support those who didn't come from money, but they have talent. And but
It's not only about that, it's also about the thing that I mentioned in the beginning. You all constantly in sales, and if something like happens to you, unfortunately, like for example, you broke a leg as a photographer, or I think even maybe for a makeup artist, it's like it's not going to be that easy. Photographers, they are like done for the season in this way, right? They will have to pass over to like the next one with the clients, and this way you cannot make any money, etc. Or something happens in your family, you have to be present, and it's very like it's a physical job. You like, yeah, part of the time, of course, you prepare and like you do your marketing at home, but you have to be present on the wedding day. So we still have this idea, honestly, we just know how much time and effort it will take from us to create this bigger project, like the Creators Fund, as Elena mentioned.
Oh,
So we
that's a
decided to go
fantastic
with
idea.
existing charity program, that's existing fundraiser, and we started with Wow for Girls because they do the amazing thing.
Yeah, the like actually the two ideas are very, very amazing because Vote Girl is like I'm speaking as the little girl, the little immigrant came from Nigeria, because I'm not French, I'm not Italian. I was born in Nigeria. I came in Europe when I was 8 years old, and I know that if I didn't grow up in Europe, maybe I wouldn't have the life I have today. And Vote for Girls like speaks to me literally because I see myself in those girls that were forced to marriage because that's something that happens in my country and that still happen today and that is something like usual. And I know that education is one of the things that saved me and that helped me be the person I am today. And when I saw Vote for Girl, like I didn't even reflect, like let's go for it. Like to be honest, I didn't really follow the Congress. I just wanted to pay. That's all.
It
But
just spoke to
you're
you.
a
Yeah.
rare kind of. But
Yeah.
I like that you're saying that because we know that everybody comes from different background, and Daria and I we also have certain values and background. That's why when we finally decided to do the Wow for Girls, it's connected to our past.
Yeah.
And again, how we build ourselves and what experience we have in our childhood and our growing up. And it's so much bigger than just, let's say, stopping the child marriage to us
Yeah, it's bigger.
because it's giving the privilege to somebody else in the world who doesn't have it
Mm.
to make their own choices in life.
Yeah,
Because we have our choices and we have luxury to decide whatever we do, even if we make mistakes. But it's us who decide what's our next steps. But these girls, they don't have any choice.
exactly.
So speaking of education, education gives you the chance of understanding who you can become
Mm-hmm.
and to become this person and even have dreams, because dreams is a choice partially.
Mm.
So that was our, let's say, way of thinking in the end, and that when you support the girl, you pretty much support yourself and your inner child or whatever
Yeah,
choices you make.
exactly,
So
exactly.
that
That,
is
yeah.
how we wanted to put it. And I know that it's hard to communicate the big goal because when you see the, let's say, the poster of the Vow for Girls, you think, okay, that goes for girls. But when we spoke with our speakers, we tried to deliver that everybody who will support it, they support themselves
Mm,
in their like ability to pursue your dreams.
yeah.
And that was our approach. That's why we decided to do it again, because the more we think about this initiative and about these girls, it more and more resonates with us and our values and the choices we make every day.
Yeah, because having the knowledge is having the choice. That was my feeling because like when you don't know anything, everybody can use you as they want, and once you have the knowledge, knowledge is power. Is it more powerful than money or anything? Knowledge is power. Dream, knowing to do,
Mm-hmm.
make your choice by yourself, and know to say no or go away from a place that is not good for you. That's really amazing, and that the initiative of Vote for Girls is really resonated in me because, like, yeah, as you said, I was supporting the little girl I was,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think yeah, it's really resonating. But also the other idea of the creative funds is a very nice idea. I hope one day it will see the day. I hope one day that action will come out because like also yeah, I'm immigrant, so I had the background, so I had struggle, I had to work, etc. So I pay my bills since I'm 18 years old, so I'm a mom, etc. So like it's not the same thing as someone that lives with the parents that have money as they come out from the parents' house, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to work to build my business, etc. And I'm still working to build my business. And I know that sometimes, like, okay, like sometimes maybe you want to do something, but like you don't have the fund to do it. And having a creative fund could be very, very helpful for a lot of creative people. And that's a very, very nice idea. Hope that comes soon.
Yeah,
Hopefully, yeah. We
Yeah.
will be
hopefully.
working on it. Yeah.
So
So,
just to give the information, the Vofo Girl will be on 9 and 10 November this year, right?
Yes,
The online
yes,
congress, and after you're going to
yes,
have in-person soiree, three in-person soirees. So you have one in San Francisco on November 12th.
yes.
yes.
Another one, Lake Como. I will surely be there on November 17th, and then
Yes.
another one on November 19th in New York. So three soiree. You're going to be present at the three?
No, just in two of them. We're going to be in New York and San Francisco, and our
Oh,
team will be present in Lake Como because it's going to be crazy
We
for
are
us to
still a
travel.
small
yeah,
business, so it's
Yeah.
hard for us even to afford traveling for one event from the US.
yeah, that, but
That's why
also,
yeah, but we know that we have European
yeah,
part of our team, as Daria mentioned, and they gonna attend. And also,
okay,
speaking of the small business, but it's also like a big of investment of us, but we decided that we try to make it happen so all our team members from Europe
yeah,
will be able to come to the soiree and meet in person with our members,
yeah,
that
With our
they somehow
community. Yeah.
communicate in any way.
okay,
So because Daria and I, we have this luxury of meeting even like virtually with our members, but many of our team members, WEDVIBES members, they never met with
oh,
people
okay,
they actually serve, right?
okay,
So we want them to come to this soiree and to meet with you. So so everybody will know it's not only Alina and Daria. It's
okay,
20 more people
yeah,
who
because
work
Mhm.
you're
every
a
We'll
day.
make
huge
it
And
team.
happen.
even while we are giving podcasts, somebody is curating our members gallery.
Yeah, yeah. But well, it's Julia that sent me the pictures and the link and the information for the Congress.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a huge, and that's something I really appreciate because like you guys respond very, very fast. To give a context, because I came into the Wet Vibes universe, like I make fun about this, but at the beginning, I remember every newsletter I received from Wet Vibes, I would just reply with a copy and paste, copy and paste. Hello, I'm Valentina. My dream is Alina. Hello, I'm Valentina. And every time I had an email, oh, okay, we will put you in touch with the team, etc., etc. Then after one day, I finally get in touch with the team, and I enter inside the first editorial, etc., etc. And now we are on the podcast. But anytime we need information, Pete, there is always somebody that answer really, really fast, and that is really appreciated. Sometimes I'm a bit slow, but you are fast.
We're trying to. We're trying to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because how many people is inside the Wet Vibes? How many people work inside Wet Vibes actually? Like 20 something?
No,
20.
I think 20 with me and Daria, so 18.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
Mhm.
That's a huge, 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 huge,
No,
huge.
it's bigger than people perceive because usually people think, okay, that's an Instagram page, probably it's me, Daria, and our
Nah,
virtual assistant, but no, it doesn't work this way.
no, no, no.
No,
Mhm.
we have 18 and we are actually we have two positions open.
Yeah,
So yeah, we it's bigger than two, but it's smaller than 100.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
but it's
in a
still
wedding,
huge. It's
yeah,
still
in the
huge for
wedding
the wedding
industry,
industry.
it's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For our industry, it's big. But it's just like we have like so many things. We have people who are responsible for Instagram, people who are responsible for the website, for all of our members, for curating portfolio, for marketing, for Pinterest, for like yeah, for production.
For
Because we're not
content
only
production,
media.
talents,
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like we have so many things besides like the blog, let's say,
the storefront.
the
People see the
storefront.
storefront. It's
There.
Instagram page,
Well, yeah,
but then
you have the
again, it's way
blog,
more.
Pinterest, everything, because I follow you on Pinterest also because now I'm trying to be more on Pinterest because like I feel Instagram is becoming very too overwhelming for me. So I'm trying to go on
Mhm.
other places, other platforms,
Channels. Hmm.
and Pinterest is a really good channel. And a lot of hair makeup artists or maybe also other vendors do not think about Pinterest, but Pinterest like is the first source where brides go to look for inspiration. And like I find you on Pinterest, like, interesting. Let's go on Pinterest. Let's try Pinterest. So it's even more bigger than we think. And do you think, actually talking about Pinterest, do you think like more vendors should go on Pinterest because lately, you're talking a lot about Gen Z generation,
Yeah.
Gen Z, etc. We usually expect Gen Z to be on TikTok more than Facebook, even more than Facebook. But I feel also Pinterest is coming back. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong or what do you think about that?
We feel the same, Valentina.
Ah, you feel the
Yeah, we
same.
feel the
So
same. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
have a
It's like
good marketing feeling.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. You actually, yeah, you are very smart. I want to say that you're very intuitive in terms of the
Yeah,
marketing. I mean, like you see like the changes in the industry and you
yeah,
go with them, and you're the doer, and we know that
yeah,
you will not only think about it, you will start doing this. But
yeah,
yeah, absolutely, Pinterest, it's always has been, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon for the couples. It's always has been the biggest source of inspiration because yes, to your point, if I'm a bride and I'm thinking about the wedding, I will open a Pinterest and I will start exploring, and I'm like basically falling down the rabbit hole. It's like, oh, so many things, so
yeah,
beautiful inspiration for the makeup and hair and the dresses and the flowers and everything. You just have to, and it's one of the biggest tool from the point of SEO, how the people
yeah,
can actually discover you. But you have to be smart in terms of not only uploading your pictures there, but also use the captions. If
true.
this is a makeup, like what's on this exact picture? Is it like the red lipstick, or it's like slim, slick bun? Is
Yeah,
like inspired by, I don't know, Sophia Ricci, or like the just a recent Oscar red carpet? And use the caption, and the one more thing, just put your pictures into the different folders,
yeah.
so whenever they will discover you and they want to learn some like more and like find some more inspiration, they can actually find the specific styles
Mm,
that they like. Because think about how your couples, most likely brides,
yeah,
of course, in your case, how do they search? Most likely
exactly.
they search for the inspiration in particular style that they like.
Mm,
They think, okay, I want to be like this celebrity, or I just know that the nude makeup is for me,
yeah,
or I just know I want the beach waves, and that's it. And like they going to explore more, more, and more. So if you have your work organized, posted, organized in different folders using captions, having your bio description that will be linked to your website on Instagram,
yeah.
that's how you should approach it.
Yeah,
Not just
because
uploading your work.
no, no,
It's
that's
necessary.
true.
Yeah.
No, 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 that's not really necessary because you can just create a portfolio in another space, like in a page on your website. But I also couple that with blogging, like making blogging, creating folders, etc. And something I really see that really works on Pinterest is like collage. I don't
Mhm.
know if you try, but collage really brings a lot of traffic on my Pinterest, so on my
Mhm.
website and also on my Instagram also. So really interesting. I'm doing some text actually. I don't really talk about it because I'm doing some text and after, but it's really, really interesting.
Yeah, collages, videos that maybe even
Yeah,
explain or give like some hacks or tips to your future brides. That's always worked the best because like
yeah.
they look for some sort of inspiration.
Yeah,
Hmm.
bringing values, same as Instagram, but less overwhelming and more like it works during the time. You actually, it's not very fast and like something that expires in 24 hours, like Instagram or even
Hmm.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So, from your perspective, what are going to be the most biggest shift that we should paying attention apart from Pinterest? Do you have any other thing that you feel that we should pay attention to with the new Gen Z, how they function, etc., with searching their wedding vendors?
Uh, have you tried TikTok?
TikTok, I'm trying. I'm trying. Like
Okay.
I started this month. Like I say, I have to stick on TikTok, so I'm consuming more TikTok content. I'm trying because actually I'm really
Mhm.
like bored from Instagram, so I'm going to TikTok. But I don't know why. I'm Gen Z, but I don't know why I can't.
But because not all Gen Z are the same. Like the same as like not millennial all millennials are the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, but TikTok right now, we see that it actually right now is like number two platform, not even the Pinterest, but it goes Instagram on the first place and
okay.
TikTok becoming fast the number two platform. Okay, TikTok. Yeah, so I'm a millennial, but
Yeah,
I do love TikTok. So not all the generations are like not all the millennials the same, not all the Gen Z the same, but I'm a huge fan of TikTok. And I know that even like 4 or 5 years ago, TikTok was kind of for the most progressive, let's say, influencers who
yeah,
like tried new things, and but for the other people, it was like, oh, like there are a lot of dances, a lot of kids, etc.
yeah,
But what we see right now that so many couples are looking for the inspiration and not even inspiration, I want to say Pinterest is still number one for inspiration, but the useful advices, the
okay.
useful like tips and hacks. Right now, they're not even Googling it. They go to TikTok and they look for professionals to give them their opinion, to give the stories from the weddings. So TikTok is literally becoming number two platform right now for couples to do their research.
Yeah, actually, it's not surprising because, as I said, I'm trying actually to go more on TikTok to consume more TikTok content and go to know how other people work on TikTok. And like, I had a call with a bride not very some weeks ago, and she sent me the foundation she usually use in Fenty
Hmm.
Beauty, for example. Um,
Yeah.
but I knew that I didn't have that nuance, so I was like, was the match of this
Hmm.
nuance in Fenty Beauty in Dior backstage? I went to Google, I didn't find the information. I was like, let me try on TikTok. I went on TikTok and said shade match Fenty Beauty 345, and I have a lot
And
of
you found it.
video. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, like, what is this universe? Is this the multiverse? Like,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, and you have a lot of information. I didn't know TikTok was so useful because for me, TikTok was like people dancing, ha ha ha, that's all,
absolutely.
and absolutely not. So yeah, definitely TikTok is like I have to go on TikTok. I know it. I know
Yeah,
it. You've
it's a
told me.
perception like versus reality,
Yeah.
and I know that everyone is super busy, and I know that no one has like all the time in the world to create the different content strategy for different platforms. So like our advice will be this one: think about everything that, for example, if you're thinking about Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, and think about your client's journey,
Yeah.
try and post it like the same content on all the free platforms. For example, we know that right now the videos are
Mm,
number one tool for you to grow. So
yeah.
post this video, like post something about your brides, post something about trends, post the useful advices, but post it on Instagram, copy paste it on TikTok, copy paste it on Pinterest. This way you will be presented in all of the free platforms. It's just we know that at the end different things will blow up. The
Mm,
more inspirational, like you like the basically like the beautiful bride and you just showing the final product, the final, let's say, look,
yeah.
it will most
Final
likely
point.
blow up on Instagram, right, and Pinterest. But if you will record yourself, like
Yeah.
Valentina, and you saying, "Oh, have you seen it? You have the perfect occasion ever. The Oscar 2026 just finished like yesterday.
Yeah.
If you go, you will record yourself and you will say, okay, this is my top three makeups,
Yeah.
or like this is my recreation of like this makeup from this actress,
Yeah.
and you will do it on your face, and you will recommend some of the products they
Yeah.
use, right? This most likely will blow up on TikTok, but you still can post it on all of three platforms. But you just know that as much as you present in all of those platforms, then like you will have much more chances to get on like in the face of your potential clients because
Mhm.
most likely they are present on all of three platforms. They
Yeah.
don't Google anymore as much as they used to. Right now, they use social media.
Yeah, social media. So, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest.
Pinterest, but just create like
Yeah.
like I said, the same piece of content for makeup artists. Honestly, like whoever's listening to us right now, I feel like the video is the number like it's the most important
Yeah.
format. Because photographers they have a different approach, planners have a different approach. But for you, even if you like, I know how difficult it is for you to use the photographer's final photos, right? The edited
Mm.
photos, because they all have different editing
Perspective.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they may be sometimes busy and forget to send you pictures, and like you have to chase everyone, of course, because
Yeah.
like the clients have their priority. And I know how difficult it is for you guys to create a content, but if you will start using your phone and just recording the videos of like we discussed, the final look, it's more than enough for you. And use yourself and do
Yeah.
like get ready with me, do the trends observations, do this like the product unpacking and observe like, oh, this is like you said, like the new Fenty product.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying to you like my honest opinion about this eyeliner, etc. This is like your bread and butter for the
Yeah.
content and for all the social media.
Yeah, involving the audience into the journey, like I'm packing my stuff to the wedding, etc. Come
Yeah.
to the wedding with me, get ready with me, etc. Very involving the people because, like, actually now people need more connection than just. I feel more connection than just like a beautiful makeup. Because yeah, beautiful makeup is like just the minimum you have to do when you do makeup or hairstyle, but also the connection is important. Like the value you bring to the bride also is important.
Mhm.
So such a lot of things to take in mind. What about YouTube? YouTube, no, no, not really.
No, YouTube is actually is also pretty good, but I feel like for you, YouTube it still works the best in the long term, in a
Yeah,
long form. I'm sorry of the video,
yeah,
but you don't have usually like the more like a lot of time to record the long form video. You can
mm,
still repost it in shorts. I just honestly like in our research, we haven't find the big like the big YouTube cases from the wedding industry. We know it works well for like maybe some other industries, but not for YouTube. But
mm,
you can still post it. You never know. You never know.
yeah.
Like
You
if
never
you
know.
have this piece of content, try and use it everywhere,
Yeah, it's
honestly.
already ready. It's already ready. Just put it and try and see. So, okay. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, yeah, for video, like for the makeup and hair artist, I just want to say, yes, that you have to embrace the power of video, and you have to embrace the power of your phone and the tripod, because I know how difficult it is, but at the end of the day, for the bride, it's even like more, let's say, she will understand it, like your final look even more on the video, because if you can see how like the skin reflected like in the sun, etc., she will see the final look even like better than the professional photo and video,
Yeah,
honestly.
my
So if you
tripod is
will
always
even
with
look,
me.
yeah, absolutely, as you should. Even if you will look at a celebrity makeup artist
Yeah.
page, like Patrick Thier, right, on Nina Park, like everyone who does like the red carpet, let's say,
Yeah.
you will see that they use like lots of content from their own phones, and
Yeah.
you can see like the real skin, the real final look, and this is what's important right now for
And
everyone.
the real
Yeah,
reaction, like especially the brides when you show the makeup, the reaction like, wow, amazing, thank you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah. How happy she is and
Yeah.
how she likes it. Yeah, because it's not only about your professionalism, it's also about how you made her feel,
Yeah.
right? Because everyone is different and everyone's, let's say, perception of beauty is different. But if you see that they love the final look, this is what matters. They look at the mirror and they like, yeah, they happy with the final result.
So where do you see the global wedding is evolving? Hey, welcome back, Alina.
You're muted,
We can't hear
but
you. We can't hear you. You're
yeah.
mute. You're on mute.
I saw
Yeah.
that. Thank you, ladies. I had to take very important call to manage some things for
No worries.
today.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
We just yap about
Yeah, I
Instagram,
was listening
TikTok.
to Daria giving advices about
Yeah.
what to do as a
Did
makeup
you say
artist.
well?
Yeah.
Did you say well?
Yeah, she did perfect. But I guess to summarize what Daria said, the process, what people love to watch.
Yeah, the
So the
process.
more you show the process and transformation, that's a bread and butter for the makeup artist. Regardless if you do wedding makeup or celebrity makeup, any
Hmm.
kind of makeup, the
Yeah.
process, it's something that you definitely should
Yeah.
showcase beyond the only final result.
Yeah, because there's also a trend like actually like film yourself working, not just your work. Like I don't know if you see, but like that's like that's also summarize what we say. Like film yourself working, not only the content, because as we say, like doing the beautiful makeup is the minimum as a makeup artist, but showing how you make the bride feel is very important and makes more like make the future bride that is looking at the video connect more to the bride inside the video and to you. Like
Hmm.
voila.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, very nice. Wow, time flies. Could we just take some time just to do some signature question for the end before I leave you guys?
Of course.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
So this podcast was made after like a big challenge. So I had a lot of time to I had a lot of time
After the New
to
Year resolutions, a series of New Year resolutions.
no, actually, it wasn't really a New Year resolution, but it was something I had in mind for a lot of time. But something happened, and I had a lot of time to do this project. So I was like, it's the moment. So I started the podcast 1 year ago. So the podcast is I have already 1 year now, almost 100 episode on the podcast. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Congratulations, first of
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think yeah, just after like 2 episodes after this one is coming out, it's going to be the 100th episode. So like I'm very proud of
Wow,
that.
congratulations. We are proud of you.
Yeah.
That's why Daria said that you're a doer.
Yeah.
Doer. Yeah.
Thank you. This podcast is my baby, and so that's why I like to ask the question like, what is your biggest for each of you? What is your biggest failure that you ever had in business, or your biggest challenge that you ever had, and what did that help you? How did that help you grow? Because a challenge is never
Mhm.
a failure; it's always a way to improve ourselves. So, could you just tell us your challenge and how that improved you?
Yeah, because failure and like it's how you look at the failure. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
look at this as a challenge,
Yeah.
After all, yeah, it's different. Oh, wow. I'm trying to come up with the best example because honestly, guys, there's so many challenges we face.
Challenges of failures.
Challenges we fail. Yeah. Um, Okay. I feel like one of the biggest challenges for me that we already touched is how we moved to another country. So it's very similar here, like your journey, Valentina, but we made it then we were 30 years old. So for us, I feel like it was even maybe like more challenging if you do it in adult age because you already formed person and you already got to the things that are done you like the certain way, and especially moving to the United States, everything is different. They don't have kilometers, they have miles.
Oh
They
my
don't
God.
have kilos, they have gallons. So
That's
we have
minor, Daria. Like
yeah,
if
American
the
need
only
to be
measurement
interesting.
system was different,
yeah,
then
it's like
what is
it's
it?
everything is different. So for us, one of the biggest challenges was to overcome this failure of language, for example. And I feel like it's maybe relevant to somebody who's listening to us right now. If you want to expand your services to the new market and you want to work with international couples, never ever get shy in a way that like people will not understand you, or like your basic like language skills, which is directly um, connects with like sales. Never think that this could be something that will stop you or like challenge you. Even with
No.
us, if our like we still have English skills, even English lessons. I'm sorry, even though we live in United States, every week we have English lessons, and yeah, sometimes it's a challenge. Even like with pronunciation of word vibes, sometimes people honestly in the United States they do not understand that we're trying to say word vibes. They do not understand it
They
because
are
of
not
the
making
accent.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So never ever let that stop you if you want to work on the next level. We had some honestly we had some challenges with us being Russians because you
Yeah.
know what's happening right now in the world, and for some time I feel like for a
Yeah.
year or maybe two we didn't even want to say that this is the country of origin for us because it had some bad
Yeah.
reputation. It still has. And
Yeah.
uh, so I feel like whatever is your background, you have to find a way to make it your strength, not a weakness. And it's like you mentioned, you finding out that we Russians, you immediately thought, oh, they know everything about luxury. So we decided to transform it. It's all a matter of perception,
Yeah.
right? We could have said, yeah, we will never tell anyone where we're from, and we decided, no,
And
that's
only our second name and accent will reveal us.
your second name and accent will
You
certainly
don't need to
reveal
say
it.
it.
But we will never
Yes.
say.
You don't really
Okay,
need
Yeah.
to
sorry,
say it.
I interrupted
Yeah, but
Darius.
how
Please,
we can
Darius.
play around it? We can make
It's
jokes about our accent. We can say that
Yeah.
yes, we have strengths that
Yeah.
are in our culture because yes, we like in a perfect mix of European background and
Yeah.
American business perspective. So I feel like this still to this day, this is a challenge that we have to overcome
Yeah.
every
we try
day,
to
every
blend
week.
in. We try to blend in, and then we finally realize that with a certain positioning, we can fill the certain gap even amongst the media owners or founders or whoever runs the made in media, if it makes sense,
Yeah.
right? So I guess this is
Yeah.
what Darius
So this
tries to
is why we
say.
decided to even like not hide our personalities because
No.
usually, especially like with media companies, usually we don't know who's running them. It's like we perceive the company, not a persona.
Yeah.
And we are voting for personal brands, as you know. We constantly talk with everyone in our community about importance of personal brands, and this is what we try to do with ourselves. You can like we can be not your cup of tea, as they
Yeah.
say, right? But if we are, you will go with us. This is who we are.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
our background. And this is what makes us different. If you like us, good. But we're not for everyone. And we do understand it.
That
And
makes
it
the
was
brand even
a
powerful.
challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for talking about this challenge because like I'm going this series of English podcasts, I'm going to put them inside my lesson because I do lesson for French hair and makeup artists, and most of them would love to work with international brides, but they don't speak English. So they always say, "Oh, I'm going to learn English, then I can book a bride." And I always say, "No, it's the other way. First, you book a bride, then you learn English because you have the bride. Because if you were to
You
learn
will have a challenge, you will have a deadline.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Because if you just try to learn English, like in 3 years' time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time, you don't know how to speak English. But if you have a bride in 3 months, I assure you, you speak English in 3 months. You don't need to
You will
speak
still
everyday
speak
English.
the enough language English to communicate about the makeup.
Exactly, because you have a deadline. So thank you very much for talking about that because like is something very important to know that language should not be a barrier because like you can even talk with your hands. That's enough. Like at the moment that people can understand you, that's enough. And yes, it's going to be challenging at the beginning, and after you learn, then after you get more comfy, more confident, etc. But language should never be a barrier. And the fact that you guys put your face on Wet Vibes and the personal branding makes me more um, that creates more connection with you, with your story, etc. So that's a very good point of Wet Vibes again. And what is your biggest win in your career that you had?
I think
Alina?
that I will take that because my challenge actually, Valentina, was different.
Oh, go ahead.
So my challenge was that I worked in different career. I built a good career in corporate world, and at some point I realized that I cannot do it anytime longer. I feel anxious. I feel kind of, I don't know, like in the loop.
Mm,
And I felt that I need to change something. So this is how I decided to change the country and change the career. And my biggest takeaway, and I know that mostly makeup artists listening to you, at the same time, I know that some of them probably still have corporate job or something like that,
yeah,
because
sure.
not everybody can lean on the income from like these artistic professions. So I'm not encouraging everyone to quit the job without a cushion, but at the same time, what I'm encouraging to do, if you have a chance to change your life, you can do it. And it definitely won't work out the way you imagined at the time you were quitting the job, but you will find the way how
Yeah.
it can work out. And it can be, I guess, just another chapter of your life.
Mm,
Because me now thinking about living the same 9 to 5 corporate life, fighting for corporate, like for strategies, I just cannot imagine myself now. It
yeah.
doesn't mean that I don't fight. I mean, in terms of like, we still have a lot of things with business and it's different things, but I don't want to put myself into the same trap of 9 to 5 corporate
Mm,
jobs and presenting the decks to the general managers day by day.
yeah.
So if you feel like you have to change, it's make a cushion and then change. Um, so for the biggest win, I guess what we've built with Daria, it's the biggest win. And even
Mm,
when we mentioned how many people work with us, that's also something that we celebrate every day because we started our business. Let's say we met with Daria 6 years ago at UCLA. We became friends. Then because we're immigrants and we couldn't work for hire because we didn't have job permit as a foreign student, we had to hustle.
mm,
So we opened the digital marketing agency, and that was hustle,
mm.
right? And we like now I speak with an accent, but trust me, 6 years ago it wasn't just an accent. It was like horrible, something that I wanted to call English. So, but we hustled and we did like we grew our Instagrams, we became marketing
Uh,
bloggers.
yeah.
And then it transformed into Wet Vibes. When we started Wet Vibes, we had 4 people in our team except us.
Yeah.
And now it's 18. So even if the head count, it feels like that's a big win. And the second thing to me, and I guess Daria will agree, that when every time we do live sessions, so every time you look at our, let's say, members, there are people from all over the world.
Mm,
And it feels like what we say that we want to unite professionals from all over the world, and they also can see that they belong to something bigger. And to your point, Valentina, that a lot of French makeup artists, they don't think they, okay, I'm French and I have like French clients and I'm in my bubble of this little world. But even when they even when they just join Wet Vibes, they feel that they belong to a bigger industry. And this feeling of belonging, to me,
mm,
it's very empowering because you
Yeah.
see people from all over the world. You can connect with them. You can discuss the same issues that, I don't know, German makeup artists have with German brides, Russian with Russians, everybody with like, I don't know, have same profession, have similar challenges, and when they
Yeah.
discuss and feel that they belong, it's even empowering to travel more, to learn English, and to understand that, yeah, I can pretty much book whoever bride I want. So to me, that's empowering. That, I guess, we're the only media that really unites people from all over the world
Yeah.
intentionally.
Yeah,
Intentionally,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I agree
that's the
with
biggest
that.
win.
I agree with that because yeah, I don't know any other media that really needs a lot of people from all over the world. As you say, every time I assisted to a lot of live session and even your mastermind, and every time you have France, you have Germany, you have East countries, you have from all over
Mhm.
the world, US, etc. And that's very powerful. And it's not only reuniting, but yeah, the I feel part of something being in the wet vibe circle, you know. I really feel part of something, and that is very, very huge, and that is very powerful and empowering. That's so true. And you, Daria?
And Daria.
I just agree with Alina, like with everything what she said, nothing to add. Yeah, I feel like yeah, this is the biggest win. Yeah, to see the community we've built around us. It's
Yeah.
I
And
couldn't
thank you
even
for that.
imagine it like yeah, 5 years ago or even like 3 years ago, honestly.
The growth was
Yeah.
very fast, no?
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
No?
we
people, no, no, because people think it's fast, and also people
Okay.
think that, I mean, people think that, oh my God, everything that you don't do personally, it happens fast, right? Like the
Yeah.
kids grow fast, especially if they're not your kids. But first of all, we work hard. Second, we have team internationally. So if you think about Wet Vibes at
Yeah.
24/7, and that was like the last time I was thinking, really, because our team located in China, Emirates, America, Europe, all
Wow.
over the world, pretty much the project operate 24/7. Because if we were only, let's say, California based, we
Mhm.
clearly had like this gap. When we go to bed, wake up, but because when we go to bed, our production team wakes up,
Mhm.
we can also like ask them, okay, girls, while we are sleeping, can you do that? And vice versa. When they go to bed, they can ask us to cover.
Night
So
shift.
I, and another thing that people think that we kind of huge and that we make like millions of dollars, it's not exactly right because the digital present, it's not really reflects with the, let's say, the profit, right? And the amount of job we put. And I guess Daria and I, we had like this, feeling maybe a year ago that, oh my God, we are growing so fast, we're so cool. But then, like, some humbling experience happens with us. And now we feel like, no, we're still small business and we work hard. And sometimes the efforts we put not really reflected in the outcome that we want.
Yeah.
And it's only for people from outside, it looks like we are massive. But trust me, we believe that we would have grown faster,
Mhm.
like in IT startups. That is not happening to us. And we believe that we would have, let's say, at this point, maybe I cannot say work less, but somehow figure things out. But we're still figuring things out. We're still working on the new project. We still, let's say, trying to find a new way for the media companies because media business is transforming. Nobody go and buy Vogue magazine anymore.
Nah.
Nobody even buy the New York Times subscription.
No.
Not many people even buy the Patreon subscription. So the media industry is changing, and because every time we talk to wedding artists, they complain that it's hard. And I also want to say it's not only for wedding artists. Life is hard. And we also, Daria and I and our team, we're trying to figure out and be on top of the change, which is hard.
Mhm.
And in many cases, the amount of work and creative efforts we put in place doesn't really bring the result that we want. And even for WOW for girls, that is an amazing opportunity and we loved it, but we raised 45,000 instead of 90,000. So it's
Wow.
also very humbling experience all the time,
Yeah.
to be honest. And it just know that, especially speaking of the makeup artist who is listening now, sometimes you feel I'm small and other people are big. It is not
No,
this.
that's true. When you're inside the business, you know the reality
Yeah.
because I'm not
Yeah,
surprised
that's
by
probably
what
the
you're
biggest
saying.
takeaway.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
really surprised by what you're saying because I never think like like we can, when you people see from the outside and are not inside the industry, they may think that, but I being inside, I'm not surprised by what you're saying, because like even I'm sure that other makeup artists, when they see what I do, etc., going to Lake Como or going to this place, etc., they think like I make millions, but absolutely not.
Which is good to build this impression, but because
Yeah,
we have podcast about the back end of the business, it's
yeah.
again, don't think that you small and others big.
No, and thank you for
Uh,
saying that. Thank you very much for saying that. It's important for people to hear it and to know it, that even for a huge, big, little huge company, let's say, if you prefer, because for me,
Little
still
big
huge.
company. Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
huge company is very is. Thank you for saying that, because sometimes like it's difficult to talk about this kind of topics like money, etc. Sometimes can be some a bit taboo, but yeah, the like saying that you expected having 90,000 and you had only 45,000, like, oh wow, so I'm not the only one that makes so big big
forecast, yeah, because we
forecast, you
wanted
know.
to support
Yeah,
500 girls, but we supported 250.
250. Yeah,
but
so
Yeah.
we're
that's
also
already a
setting
lot.
up the goals and we sometimes don't meet the goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, girls, but they actually making me
Knock
leave.
into the door. Okay, let's just
Okay,
do
Yeah.
perfect.
the final
So,
final
well,
nudge.
it was a really amazing podcast with you guys. So, just one little question: what do you think people should take in mind after listening this episode with you?
Start doing something. Yes, one
Yeah,
of my favorite advices, whatever you do, just do it. Try
yeah,
and post on Instagram, update your website, reach out. No, update website, I want to say it's like it's the simplest task. No, go outside, literally go outside. Go to the networking event, go outside in terms of online, reach out to at least one planner, post on Instagram, on TikTok, or Pinterest. Whatever you do, just continue to do it. It's a step. You will not meet your goals. You will be ghosted by your clients. You will meet all of the challenges. But if
yeah.
you will continue doing like Valentina, you will most likely end up at the end with 100 episode or with 100 clients for the season or
Yeah,
etc etc. It's just continue and try, never stop. The
thank
something
you.
the same thing happens with us. We never stop. We always try new things.
Yeah,
This is why it feels like we grow so fast for me
yeah.
because we're just constantly in a process of doing something. Yeah.
Doing.
Yeah.
Be a doer. Be a doer.
Be a
Thank you
doer.
very much. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Valentina. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you,
It was
thank
very
you.
nice having you. Wait, let me take.
Bye.
What? Bye.
Yeah,
Ah!
let's take a picture.
Oh
Yes, let's take a picture.
my God. Bye. Thank you
Bye.
very
Thank you,
much.
Valentina. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bisous.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Ciao
Bye.
ciao. Thank you so much for listening. If this episode resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It truly helps the podcast grow. You'll find all the details about today's guest as well as how to connect with both of us in the show notes. And if you'd like to connect directly, you can find me on Instagram at Valentina Dennis. See you next week for more real talk.